The ethos of Toe in the Water is to use competitive sailing as a vehicle to re-inspire injured servicemen to see beyond the injuries that they sustain, often traumatic injuries that they sustain, in theatres of operation, i.e. Iraq or Afghanistan. The whole idea is to re-inspire, re-engage and reintegrate these guys. The key thing for us really being in the military is the fact that we thrive on team ethos, and to put these guys back into a team after they go to the rehabilitation, it's all about the individual. To put them back into that team environment, it just ticks every box. The fact that they're injured means that they can't go and do that playing rugby, or any other sort of numerous sport. So actually, yeah, sailing gets them in and gets them into like-minded people as well. From the moment they arrive to the moment they leave, you see a progressive change in their attitudes towards what they can achieve, and also to get that adrenaline rush and the challenge that they so thrive for being in the military.
Now, how important is it for you to have ambassadors like Brian Thompson and Caffari?
It's very, very important. Their influence on the girls and boys when they're on the boat is absolutely brilliant, and also they've obviously got a very good story to tell at the same time.
Sailing as a sport really allows anybody, able-bodied and disabled, to compete on the same level, even playing field, and it really makes no difference. And the guys are there as active crew on the boat. There's no passengers involved with Toe in the Water at all, and it really is a team effort, and it allows them to get back into competitive sailing and feel valued in that teamwork and that environment that's what they were used to as well.
I think it's one of the only sports where they can reintegrate into a sort of team environment very quickly after they've been injured, and sort of perform to a high level and realise, well, maybe I can't go out to the battlefront again, but I can be part of a team at a high level, and that's what they were doing in their job. And then they realise, well, there's a lot of other exciting things they can do in life. So it's very rewarding to see how people open up. They love it when they first come on board, and obviously they're very used to being disciplined and putting up with whatever gets thrown at them, so getting cold and wet and windy doesn't bother them at all, and being instructed how to do things, very open to that and learning very, very, very fast.
So you're going to be doing more with Toe in the Water, staying with them as an ambassador?
Yes, no, hopefully for long as they need me. And unfortunately, in the current sort of situation, they're gonna need regattas and races to sort of re-inspire the injured servicemen for quite a while. So yes, I'm sadly looking forward to doing more sailing with them, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Well, we have a very busy year ahead of us because, as you're probably aware, that the statistics aren't getting any lower. In fact, for every fatality that comes back from Afghanistan, there are 8 serious injuries that need tending to at Headley Court, and that's, as you're probably aware, nearly on a daily basis. So last year we had 60 guys through, and this year we're aiming to get 70 injured servicemen through the process. So a busier year, and we're trying to ramp up our events and a number of boats in those events, so that we can get more people involved. Cows Week is the main event for us. We actually do a day-on, day-off basis with injured guys for that, because they need the treatment every day anyway through the physiotherapists and the doctors. So we have a good throughput actually during Cows Week, and it is our best event. It's a brilliant week.
I've done quite a few regattas, and it's amazing to see how the charity's grown in the last 2 years, from 2 people now to taking sort of 70, 80 people out a year.
Growing from strength to strength. They've got new people coming into the programme from Headley Court, getting part of their rehabilitation being sent on the Toe in the Water programmes, and also we're getting people back that have been before because they've just been bitten by the sailing bug. And the whole atmosphere with the whole team is just so inclusive that it really gives them a sense of belonging, and we do have a real giggle, it has to be said.
So what about your own plans for your own sailing?
Well, I'm going to do some quite interesting sailing next week. Going to sail on Banque Populaire, the big trimaran, 140-foot trimaran. So going to do a trip from Lorient down to La Ciotat with that, and then doing Antigua Race Week on one of the on-deck 65s, and getting a group of sailors up to speed there. and it's going to be fun to get out to Antigua. So quite a varied sort of bag in 3 weeks.
And what area of the sport do you want to focus on in your future?
Well, the short-handed sailing. I mean, to do the next Vendée would be fantastic, and to do Jules Verne, the big Triman, I'd love to do that. Yeah, there's plenty of things to do. I'd like to do one of every race really. So there's a few I haven't done. You know, I haven't done the Sydney Hobart. That's on the list to do. Figaro, one day I'd do that, and the Archipelago raid in Sweden and Finland. That's something else that's amazing. So yeah, tick it off, and then I'll be a very happy man.
Well, it's a busy year for me, and a lot of it is happening outside of the UK, because the big news is I'll be doing the Barcelona World Race at the end of the year, and the boat's actually in Spain having a refit, so she goes back in the water end of May, and I'll be doing a round Spain tour before I bring the boat back in the summer in new colours for Cowes Week and corporate sailing, and then basically all the preparation leading up to the race start, which is at New Year's Eve. So between toe in the water events when I get a bit of racing and my training offshore, it'll be a busy year again.
But it's the same boat, it's the old Aviva?
It's the old Aviva, but in new colours with a few modifications, because my focus is the Vendée Globe in 2012, and I'm making the improvements and the modifications step by step, so this is just another step along the way.
And what's the story in the sponsorship hunt?
Oh, ongoing as ever. It is getting better as this climate and recession is slowly moving forwards, but it is really hard, but it's allowing me another year now to find another sponsor for the Vendée and having a step doing the Barcelona race. But it's all about just trying to convince people that it's a good thing to do.
So who's your co-skipper?
Co-skipper's Anna Corbella, and she did the mini transat and came 13th overall, and she was the first Spanish woman to do a transatlantic. So upon completion, I'm actually going to help her achieve being the first Spanish woman to circumnavigate the globe. So it's a really exciting thing for her too, and it's really nice to be part of that, because I've had that encouragement and support from other people before.
Now, you've been around twice on your own. How's it going to be going around non-stop, double-handed?
Well, I'm really looking forward to it, because it's all about growing in confidence and getting a little bit more experience when I'm down there, because for me, I'm focusing on being more competitive in the next Vendée in 2012. But it is a really different dynamic sharing your space for 3 months with somebody. And I know there's going to be little frictions every now and again, but Anna and I got on really well. She's really keen and enthusiastic. And hopefully we're going to put in a good team performance, because we're the only female crew and we've got to show the boys what's going on.